You're gonna be fighting Brandon Boss Hog Johnson. I looked him
Also,
up. He looks like a vet.
and Paul, they are all vets.
I think he's a,
Everybody's a
I think
vet
he's about
nowadays. Everybody's a vet.
yeah, I think he's a little older than me. I think he's about what 48, 49.
Oh, okay. Well, he's a little younger than I am.
So what you thinking about your opponent here? I think he's in trouble.
I don't know, man. You know, hey, anybody's in trouble. Anybody's in front. As far as I'm concerned, anybody's in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody I at least get in the ring with, especially with these hands, anybody's in trouble. You
Have you watched any of his fights?
know what? I haven't done a lot of studying on the boss hog, but I'm sure my coaches will do that. But I don't. Anytime I fight, man, I don't. I'm not really concerned about what they're doing. You know, I think I'm more concerned with what I'm doing in the ring.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a fast pace favors him, but he does look like he could take some punishment.
Okay, well, you know what? If you're in this type of fighting style, you should be able to take any type of punishment, no matter who you are. Shit.
Yeah, definitely. Even though I ain't no fighter, I definitely agree with that, especially with bare knuckle, man.
Hey, how you been, Paul? Yeah, I see you've been doing big things out there, man.
So
You've
you
been
back?
interviewing a lot of people.
Yeah, man, I'm trying, man. Trying.
We'll keep hustling, man. Keep hustling.
Any
I
that
know when you
interested
first.
you?
What's that?
Any of that interested you?
Any of the interviews?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what? And I always enjoy, watching, especially up and coming people or veterans that's been fighting and hearing their perspective on all these different fighting styles. So, I think I just watched you go from your beginning until now, and I think you're progressing pretty good, man. Especially doing interviews. So, I like them all.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Have you seen in my hip hop interviews? I know you big on hip hop.
I have, man. If I'm watching too many of your interviews, I'm not doing my job. I'm supposed to be in the gym. I'm supposed to be working.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So you back in the hometown fighting. I saw where it said, let me get this right. It said there's a burning feeling in the
Yeah.
pit of my stomach that I'm not done. It's not over. I have unfinished business for my fans and with myself. It's time to finish the job. What is the job?
Oh man. Well, here. This is the first time I've talked about this since this happened. Maybe um, was in bare knuckle fighting championship and was ranked
Mm-hmm.
number 1 in my division and was undefeated
Yep.
and was and haven't been back since, man. So I don't know what's going on with the promotion. From what I see, the promotion's looking pretty good. Get the traveling
Mm-hmm.
all over. Got people traveling all over the world, and I'm just a little disappointed that I've not been able to get back in the bare knuckle fighting championship ring, and I was taken down from my number 1 ranking without explanation, and it's really disappointing, man. But right now, with me being able to get back in the ring with Dynasty Combat Sports here locally in Omaha, man, hey, that it just gives me a chance to sharpen, keep my knife sharp. And it's funny because the older I've gotten, the better I've gotten. It seems. I don't, father time, is right there. But I don't know. I feel good, and I don't have any damage. I'm ready to go.
Now let me ask you this: is it some of it like the politics of fight promotions where they don't want guys fighting after certain ages. And as part of it, maybe the fight promotion like BKFC themselves, because BKFC seems to always want big names, especially UFC names.
Hmm. You know what,
So
Paul?
I
You know
don't
what I
get it.
think it is. You know what I think it is. I think they didn't expect me to do so well, especially
Mm,
especially at my age. And
mm.
they didn't want to put too many people in front of me that they were trying to build up and for them to get beat. That's what I think. So if you are an up and coming fighter and you're trying to use me as a step over, especially with bare knuckle, that's not happening. So hey, I bang, man. I still bang, and I'm still passionate, and I still got that hunger inside of me, man. So, maybe that's why they haven't had me back because they don't want to put an up and coming fighter in front of a real veteran like myself to get their ass whooped.
Well, isn't that a common thing in the fight game that they try to protect certain fighters?
I don't know. That's a lot of fighters to protect then. Because you mean to tell me you can't find anyone, you couldn't find anyone to put in front of the old guy? And again, and if you're afraid to make an old guy the face of bare knuckle fighting championship, hey, maybe they were ashamed that I was whooping on some of those up and coming guys. But who knows? It coulda, woulda, shoulda. I just, I'm just doing this because I enjoy it, and I just happen to be good at it. So
So I watched one of your old fight clips from the BKFC, and I forgot who you was fighting, but he was just like jumping. You were like a Terminator, dude. You were just
which
like
one?
go. You were just like. Let me see. Let me pull up the fight. You was like nonstop, just coming at him. Like the mission was to kill John Connor, and that's it.
Hey, Paul, it's great that you referenced that because that's obviously that's one of my favorite movies because I got your boy Arnold right there.
Where you say, "Oh, what?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
Wow! I didn't. That's crazy. I didn't know you had a."
Come
Let me
on,
see
man.
here.
Hey, come on, come on. That's out. That's a hey. So right now, I'll be back.
I think it was the Beltron fight, man. He was kind of like moving, and you was just like a Terminator, just coming at him nonstop, man.
Man, me and Joey got we got history, man. The MMA, when he was a little heavier, and we were coming up in MMA, he had won that fight by decision. And ever since then, I always wondered, I always wanted to go back and get back at some of the people I lost to, and it would just happen to be, he was he would just happen to be in the same division that I was and be in this new sport. So, hey man, shouts out to Joey, man. He's a real veteran too. So
So you 50 plus, still competing in bare knuckle. What's the mindset and the training secret to staying sharp?
man, you know what I've always taken care of my body, and I've never sustained any type of major damage.
Mhm.
I go through do cryotherapy. I do a lot of things to take care of my body, man, and I train every day. And obviously, you got to take some days off. But hey, man, my body is always a well-oiled machine, and sometimes you get some bumps in the road when you
Mhm.
when you're my age. But man, I'm telling you, I feel great, man, and even right now, training is going well, man. So you just got to take care of yourselves, man. Period.
Now, do you think like the fighting world takes into account like modern medicine? Like LeBron is playing later nowadays.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are lasting longer in the NFL. Are they underestimating that for the fight game? You think?
I don't think so, man. Because
Okay.
why are they setting up Jake Paul fights? They still set up Jake Paul fights, and you know what? Shouts out to that man because he's fighting. He's fighting a real guy coming up. This what it is in a couple of months, a month or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I don't think so. I think one of my favorite fighters, and I keep forgetting the young man's name, who is now currently on bare knuckle fighting excuse me, championships roster. The is it the Cuban? The Cuban with no neck?
Perdomo.
No, the one UFC vet.
Um. Oh man. Oh, you talking about Yolo Romero, whatever.
Yeah, man, that's he's
Yo,
he's one of my favorite.
he's
He's a
huge,
man.
yo.
Yeah, man. He's a beast, man. He's one
He's
of my favorites.
huge.
And you know what? I wouldn't mind get with him either. So it doesn't matter because I don't care how big you are. That's the type of mentality I have. So if they, you got an old guy like my man doing his thing. I don't know. I just why I don't understand why at 4-0, number one in my division, I think third or fourth in the heavyweight division. Why bare knuckle fighting championship hasn't had me back to fight? I just don't understand that. And then it took me abruptly off the roster on my number one spot. I didn't even get a chance to defend that, Paul. And that's if I would have got beat out of my number one
Mhm.
spot, that would be a whole different thing. But I got beat by the organization. Jeez.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is you have guys like, okay, just like you brought up Romero, they'll probably give him a title shot real soon.
Really? Well, he's a good name. He's a good name to have
He
on your
is,
roster.
but I mean, you went 5-0. Most guys are getting title shots by 5-0 in BKFC.
And again, man, that's why it's great to have this interview on your platform because hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna cry or whine about not being in the ring with this organization. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna worry about where I'm at right now, and I'm still enjoying what I'm doing. I'm still pretty good at it, and I'm still competing at the highest level. So that's all people need to know right now.
So, I mean, do you plan on fighting more fights with this fight promotion?
If the opportunity presents itself, of course, man. Hey, and it's especially if I'm in good shape. Now, Paul, I'm not dumb. If I'm getting my ass whooped out there and I can't defend myself or I'm just this broken down looking guy in the ring, then of course you quit. But
Yeah.
Paul, you've seen my last bare knuckles. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, last interview, I that's partially why I interviewed you because I felt like, why are you not still fighting? You five and
Well,
zero. I mean,
or at least in the bare knuckle fighting championship. So
yeah, yeah.
let me
I
lose that.
mean,
Let me lose the time. Let me lose a couple of times before you guys don't want to use me.
and didn't they just do an Omaha card this year?
Yeah, I believe I believe early this year. It might have been early this year. So, but again, we'll see what the future holds. Maybe they'll use me sometime later down the line. But right now, I'm worried about fighting with Destiny Combat.
So, what are you thinking with this fight? You think it might go the distance? And y'all fighting 5 rounds?
I,
What's the
I'm
like?
not. Man, I don't care if it goes the distance. I don't care if it goes a half a second. As long as I'm winning, that's all that matters, man. And again, much respect, always respect to any of my opponents, or because we're all warriors at the end of the day. But my mentality, I'm a real vet. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not a so-called two-fight vet, a one vet guy from the UFC. I've had probably over 200 fights since 2002. So guess what? I'm a true vet with just from in beer.
can I ask you about a UFC fight?
Yeah, man.
You fought Kimbo, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes.
What was
And
what?
shouts out to Kimbo's family.
Yeah, what was your opinion of that guy?
No, Kimball was a nice guy. One of the behind the scenes moments. When we were behind the scenes getting ready for the fight, he had 100 people around him, and I was by myself. And so I went up to shake his hand, and of course you got his goons who stopped me. He looked over and saw it was me. He waved me
Yeah,
over, and I said, "Hey man, nice to meet you." Um, great opportunity to fight you, etc. So we exchanged pleasantries, man, and it was cool. He was cool. So again, I think what people expected in that fight, they didn't expect for us to have any type of strategy. They
Hmm.
wanted us to go at each other like two gorillas in the ring. But again, he a nice guy from what I got from him.
Is that probably like one of your most viewed fights?
No, it's one of my deepest regrets because we followed the game plan, and and for some reason Kimbo didn't stick to the game plan because we know our plan was to circle the guy and he was going to rush me, and I was
Yeah.
going to hit him with an elbow because he was open for an elbow, but he just stood there. He never rushed me, so it, you know it's funny. It's one of my probably one of my more viewed fights, but it's one that I wish I could take back and just go literally say fuck it and just go.
So you don't fight in UFC, Bellator, BKFC, and now you'll be fighting Dynasty Combat Sports. Is there a version of you that's the most dangerous?
Oh man, I don't know. All versions are dangerous because even with in the UFC, even with my losses, I still was dangerous because when we were coming up back in the day, I didn't have all the tools.
Mm.
Now you got gyms where fighters are coming out of gyms with all the tools, and I only had a few tools in the toolbox and still was doing what I was doing. Just imagine if back then if I had all the tools back then, how dangerous I would have been even then. So right now, I think my mentality with the bare knuckle is that I have all the tools needed even in my latter years, and so I think I'm more dangerous probably now because I can just go with the toolbox full.
And bare knuckle is just probably way more bloodier and splitting open heads, I would say.
And to me, bare knuckle was easy. Because you're not
Easy?
worried about getting elbowed, you're not worried
Okay.
about getting kneed, you're not worried about getting kicked, you're not worried again about getting taken down and having your knee bent back. It's just mano a mano. It's us boxing with each other. So so I think to me, bare knuckle was easy, and I've been fighting that way all my life.
And that represents the generation that we grew up in, where
Yeah,
it was really about fists. Now they're all about just guns. Nobody
yeah,
want to
yeah.
fight no
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, well, that's yeah, but yeah, I guess you could take it back to the Western days because ain't no one fought in the Western days either.
Right. Somebody call you one name and you was pulling out a 6 shooter and
reach,
shooting somebody.
reach for the sky. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm just glad to be honest. I'm just glad to be back in the ring and just to shake some of the cobwebs out. And I've been doing a lot of boxing at Bud Crawford's gym right now because he literally the gym is literally down the street from my house. So I can go there spar
Okay.
anytime I want. And of course, you got the champ in town, and it's just right now it's a great time to be from Omaha with all the buzz going on.
Tell me about growing up in Omaha.
Oh man, it's any typical Midwest town. A lot of people, from North Dakota to Texas, you know, I think a lot of people are pretty friendly for the most part from all the places I've been. But I think Midwest is real simple. And a lot of people when I go to different areas, they'll ask me the first thing they'll ask me for is there are black people in Omaha? Yeah, hell yeah, black people everywhere. But yeah, man. Hey, man. It's just it's like any other neighborhood. You got your neighborhood people. You got your people that's made it. You got It's like any other typical neighborhood, brother. I enjoyed growing up in Omaha as a kid.
Um, I was chat GBT and a lot of info, man. I saw something. I don't like asking people controversial stuff, but
Come
did
on,
you
go
get
ahead.
shot in the leg? You it
I
says I
got
saw where
shot.
it said you was an
Yeah,
unsanctioned bare
I got shot
knuckle
in the
fight and you
leg.
got shot in the leg.
Yeah, I got shot in the leg, man. Yeah, the 2004. Me, a friend of mine, we were defending this lady because my friend had an event, and there was some guys in there getting drunk before the event. And shouts out to my big homie, Jr., who had passed about a year or so ago.
Oh, sorry to
He
hear
was
that.
the bouncer. He was the bouncer that night, and all we was doing was trying to get the guy from hitting the girl, and we told the guy to beat it, and he just got smart. And he was drunk, and obviously 2004, I was probably 2 years into training, and when he tried to start something with me, that was the last thing he did. So I ended up kicking this dude's ass. But before they pulled us out the door, they gave this guy a gun, and the guy had the gun to my head on the way out and didn't even see it. But if man, my man Jr., he knocked the gun down and it shot me in the
Hit
leg,
you in the
man.
leg.
And they shot elsewhere in the club. He shot another guy in the foot, shot another guy through his pants, and I rushed out the back door. And but yeah, man, it was crazy.
So that could end up actually worse.
Oh man, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
Damn. Yeah, I had an uncle that had a situation. He was murdered where a situation where he was in a bar and I guess the guy was drunk and he fell down and he was trying to help him up and I guess he thought my uncle was trying to fuck with him and
Oh man,
my
hey,
uncle
man,
ended up
see, hey man,
whooping his ass and then
it's
got
always at a
killed.
bar, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's always at a bar.
Yeah, it is. That's why you can't drink but so much at a bar. You gotta always be on point, man.
Always be on point. Or just hey, just don't mess with those people around you. This it's fine. Especially nowadays.
How many fights on this fight card y'all got?
I'm not for sure. I'm sure that this just probably over 10,
Okay.
possibly, but I'm not for sure. I didn't check the whole roster because right now, once I get into fight mode, man, I don't pay nothing attention to nothing else until it's time to get in the ring.
What do you
I'm
know
really
about
focused.
Dynasty?
I'm really focused. Dynasty's been around for several years now, man. And you got training those guys. My man Train, he's one of the promoters. He's one of the owners. And
Okay.
those guys, man, they've been putting together MMA fights, and now they're doing the bare knuckle. They've been doing wrestling events. They're a pretty big promotion out here in Nebraska. So shouts out to them, man, for keeping it consistent because they could have easily kind of dwindled away, but they've been really a starting point for a lot of people, especially in this area, man. Whether it be MMA, whether it be any type of combat sport. So shouts out to those guys, man, for putting this all together. Especially having me be a part of it. And this is like maybe the 100th time I've headlined a show.
How much goes into these shows? Like, I mean, getting all these fighters and stuff, that's a lot of work, right?
Well, man, look, you gotta have the arena or the
Yeah.
or the building. You gotta
Yeah.
have the ring. Those are two things, okay? Then on top of that, you got to have the insurance. So those before you even get in the ring or even get the roster together. So then
Man.
you get the roster together. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to pay the people. So just think about that. Those different phases of the game, and for you to keep that consistently going like that, Dynasty has done that, man. So shouts out to them for keeping it consistent for people in this area and giving people a chance. A lot of people have gone on from this promotion to go to the bigger promotions outside of it.
Is that how it typically works for these fighters sometimes during these smaller promotions and they get seen and then get to the bigger promotion?
That Paul, I started in a bar. So what does that tell you, man? I started in a bar. Now these guys are starting in small promotions that are about the scale of any of the bigger ones, but they're just small. So I started in a bar with a whole bunch of smoke and then some very loose ring ropes.
And what somebody from a fight promotion like just saw you and like, hey, I want you to come fight?
That Chad Mason, um, he saw me, again I got into MMA on the dare from Ann Houston, a good friend of mine, who dared me to go to this place because she saw that they were doing. this promotion, and they were fighting every week. And she knew I kind of boxed and wrestled around, so she dared me to go there and to get in the ring. And I've not. It's not been a few years that I've not been in the ring since, and that was 2002.
Man, that's crazy. You
Crazy,
said
huh?
two over 200 fights.
Yeah, man. You know, I fought all over. I fought. I fart. I didn't fart right now. I didn't fart, but I fought at a rodeo. This is when you know it was like the Wild Wild West back there. They put a ring in the middle of a rodeo, and I fought in the middle of a rodeo. So
Now
I
that
fought,
sounds
man. I
like
fought
Nebraska.
bars. And so when I first got to the UFC in 2007, that was the first time I ever fought in front of 15,000 people. But I've fought so many times, all in so many different areas and the sizes. It was nothing to be in front of those people, And this was before YouTube, so man, it's nothing to me.
But what was that moment like though? I mean, you go to 15,000. Did you have a moment of like, I made it, I'm here?
Nah, because I was actually pissed because the opponent at the time was talking shit behind when we was behind the curtain, and you know how they have the TV screen where the guy talking shit. Yeah, I was mainly pissed. So I remember going up to the ring, and remember being pissed to the point where I told the cameraman, "Hey, we're gonna let these people know where we're from." So I had him pointing at my hat, and it just happened to be a Nebraska hat. And I went up to the ring, and I was just pissed. That's all.
So I know there's been a lot of fight promotions come out lately. What's your take on like things like dirty boxing and stuff?
As far as what? What do you mean?
Just like just the promotions. Do you like them at all, or
You know what?
you
Any
think they got
promotion,
potential?
yeah, but any promotion is again trying to help out some of these up and coming mixed martial artists, boxers, or any type of form of combat. I don't know about the pillow fighting shit though.
I see that. Yeah,
Red corner, blue corner, pillow fighting. I don't know about that shit, but
that's
I
for
can't
people
see
like
you.
me. That's for people like me.
If you if you were the pillow fighting champion, hey, please let me be the number one contender. My pillow game is up there.
Oh, yeah, that'd be the
Oh,
belt I could go for a pillow fight because
oh man, when I saw that, Paul, hey, I was dying. I'm like a pillow fighting championship. Come on, man, stop it.
people would try to make money off anything, man.
Hey, man, and I'll say I believe you got that one promotion that's having you with no pads try to tackle each other. Did you see that?
Nah,
Yeah, man. They're one guy's at one end and one other guy's other end. One guy has the ball, and you with no pads have to try to tackle somebody, man. I think, and that's a promotion. So some of these promotions are kind of kooky, but again, for the majority of them, man, as long as they're helping out people who are trying to get to the next level in combat, it's all good.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Man, I'm so happy for you, man, that you back, man. I mean, I know you felt like you got a lot in the tank, man. So
Yeah, that's why I made the statement because man, it's like having sex. Okay, you're having sex, and all of a sudden somebody stops. Like, what happened? What happened? Why you stop? That's what it feels like. Somebody just stops out of nowhere.
so when you're not fighting, you're DJing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm DJ.
If I go to like a show, what is your set like?
Oh man, my set is I'm kind of all over the place. I'm kind of like Grandmaster Flash. Grandmaster Flash, one of the founding fathers of DJ culture. He kind of plays a little bit of everything. One minute he'll play disco. One minute he'll
Okay.
play pop. One minute he'll play rap. One minute he'll play rock. It's whatever. You got to read your audience, man. You got to read your audience, and I'm pretty good at reading the audience. So, I'm kind of all over the place with mine, but I'm not afraid to take chances when I DJ, man. But again, you don't want to play any type of band music when you got a whole house full of girls wanting to hear Get Low. But yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
just kind of all over the place with it, man. I love all types of music.
So you DJ all genres though?
Yeah, man. Oh, man, I'm pretty. Hey,
Okay.
look, man. I've been DJing since '80. I'm DJing longer than I've been fighting. A friend of
Okay.
mine, Ray Jefferson. We started on Technique 1200s, and he's passed away a couple of years now,
Mhm.
and ever since then, even when I was fighting, I was always practicing my skills, and so right now, and I kind of do it kind of full time now because I enjoy doing it.
That's what's up, man. You don't see a lot of DJs that do multiple genres. I think that's really dope that you can
Well,
DJ
because
rock,
a lot of
pop,
people are
hip
limited.
hop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
most
lot
people
of
just
people are
doing like
limited.
hip hop or R&B.
A lot of people are just limited in their scale of music. They can't go from jazz to 50s,
Yeah.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I've heard music from all decades of type of music, from blues all the way down to bluegrass. I don't play bluegrass, but I've heard it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I do the music reviews on Saturdays, and people used to get on me at first because I was doing multiple genres. Cause most people only do one genre, and I like, yo, these are music reviews. They're not hip hop reviews. They're not R&B
Uh,
reviews. I mean, good music is good
do
music, no
do
matter
your
what the
thing.
genre is.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Don't worry about what other people think. But you have a lot of people
Oh yeah,
across
yeah,
around the world that listen to different types of music. So hey, man, just continue to do your thing with that.
yeah. And to be honest with you, I think mainstream rap is one of the worst genres right now. So I would rather have
Yeah.
like R&B or rock or pop or reggae or EDM or whatever it may be.
Let's put it this way, Paul. Um, the rap that's been pushed probably on radio or with the current
Mhm.
labels, that's probably what we don't like. But there's a lot of
Yeah,
people on online, a lot of people on different sites that are really getting down. And there's a lot of people on Instagram that are like rocking in their cars, and doing, just they getting off as far as rap music, man. There's a lot of
yeah.
good rappers out there. They're just not on the mainstream record labels like some of these mushed mouth, raunchy ass folks.
That's a new one. I ain't heard that with Mush Mouth.
That old mush mouth for that. That's from the Cosby Show, Cosby
Oh,
Kids
okay.
show. Mush mouth.
Yeah, the old school's making a comeback. I mean, De La Soul just dropped the album, the Mob Deep album. I
Oh,
love it.
oh man, hey man, hey. There's a lot of and with my homegirl DJ Shorty, we got a
Oh
radio
yeah,
show called Culture Shock Radio, and we every Friday at 11 p.m. Central, we play a lot of great music and a lot of great rap music from then and now. And one week we played all old school artists with new songs. And yo,
okay.
it
Yeah.
was dope, man, to hear all these new artists with new songs that were dope. And De La Soul's music right now, dope.
I mean, you had LL drop, you had Common and Pete Rock drop. The Clips might
Oh yeah,
have the best album of the year. The Clips got the best album of the year.
I like the clips, and the way they rhyme. But after hearing that De La, man, oh, I don't
I ain't
know.
heard the Daylight yet, but because it just dropped. It just dropped.
Yeah, there's a lot of even Tech Nine got good music, man.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
shout
yeah.
yeah, shouts out to my
Midwest
homeboy
legend.
Reality. My homeboy Reality from Omaha, he's signed to Tech Nine's label, Strange Music.
Okay.
He goes under King ISO. You got to check him out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard of him.
But yeah, Reality it was his original rap name when I was playing all the music locally here on one of the local radio stations. So that's good. That's good. You got to check him out. ISO is dope. And also there's a guy that I'm promoting and been promoting. His name is Cuban Red. dope, man.
Cuban
There's a
Red.
lot of dope
Okay.
MCs out there who are not signed. So look out for Cuban Red, and I'm kind of pushing what he's doing. And right now, also, uh, we got Any got bars. My man Chris is doing this. We're doing that December
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, December 12th. We're doing it at the waiting room, man, where we showcasing up and coming rap artists as well. So, man, hey, we got a lot of things going on, man. So, shouts out to Chris.
So that's kind of like a battle thing, kind of right for a
Yeah,
child like to
it's
win.
yeah, you know, you got I believe they're going up, doing they're doing their song, and you know the crowds, you know, actually is going to
Crowd
be one of the
participation.
judges.
Yeah,
Yep. So it's almost like a battle of the bands, but only with MCs.
that's what's up, man. Yeah, definitely the underground is putting out better albums and better songs.
Yeah,
The
people who are
mainstream is just one sound and that's it. It's the same
yeah.
song over and over again.
It's like getting on the same toilet, but you still got the same shit coming out.
Mush mouths. Mush mouths.
Whole bunch of mush mouths, Paul. Whole bunch of mush mouths.
Well, before we let you go, any shout outs you want to do, man? Is that
Oh
gonna be
man,
streaming
hey,
this fight anywhere?
I believe so, man. So yeah, keep looking for the link. You know, you can follow me on my
Okay.
page. You know, under Houston, just look up Houston Alexander. I'm all over the place. But you know, shouts out to you, man, for again watching your podcast progress, which is really dope. So keep up the good work, brother. I'm following you.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
like, oh, okay, that's dope. And all my sponsors, all my friends, man, everybody that's been supporting me. You know, I got some people that be like, "Oh man, are you still fighting?" I'm still fighting because I'm still winning.
I mean, I wouldn't want to go out undefeated.
hey, hey, man, and
I
like I
want
said,
somebody to actually beat me before I go out. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
hey, right there, you know what? Oh, you know, you can go out like you know, you can like Floyd. That's all good. But you know, for me to have gotten the opportunity to either have a title shot, it would have been great to have a title shot with bare
Yeah.
knuckle fighting championship. And if I would have lost, then okay, that would have been cool, man. But for me, for them to take me off the roster and for them to strip me of my number one ranking and do all that with no explanation, you know, that was pretty foul to me. You know what I'm saying? But so if I ever get the opportunity to actually get back in that ring with them, it's all good. You know,
Yeah.
because I know it's part of the business. But with no explanation, that kind of sucks. But shouts out to you, friends, family, everybody that supported me and continue to support me, man. So follow me on all my pages and the Houston Alexander Foundation, the Culture Shot School Tour, going to all the schools, teaching the kids about hip hop culture, man, just the whole nine, brother. Man, I'm trying to stay busy. Just you know, yeah, and just because you get a certain point in your life where you think you've done everything, you continue to do more.
Well, I appreciate you reaching out. Appreciate you coming back on. Let's have you back on after you win this fight.
Oh yeah, I got you, brother.
Okay. And sorry
And
about the technical difficulties.
we had technical difficulties earlier, but guess what? We got it right.
Yeah.
We didn't give up, and we got it right.
And we got some good clips, man. Some funny moments, man. Some real funny. I think pillow fight is. I think that's gonna make a good clip.
Okay. Well, guess what? You could be in the blue corner, I could be in the red corner, but best believe I'm gonna whoop your ass with that pillow.
I ain't pillow fighting you, man.
I got a mean pillow swing, brother. I'm aggressive with it.
Gonna knock me out with one pillow swing. I look like Josh Dyer after Lorenzo Hunt got a hold of him for one pillow swing.
I'm the Tyson of pillows. I'm the Tyson of pillows. Oh man, I'm the Tyson of pillows.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm sorry. Before we get out of here, one thing I'm never ever gonna do is that slap contest shit.
Oh, I meant to ask
Hell
you about that.
no. Hell no.
Why not?
Oh man, please, if you slap me, I'm gonna come across the table and I'm gonna bite your nose off. Please, you're not slapping me like that.
Oh
That's why
man,
you don't
yeah,
do it. That's why you don't do it.
yeah. I guess that's why they're all like non-fighters doing that too,
I don't
for the
see
most
hey, I
part. It
don't
looks
see
like,
anybody that I don't see any UFC vets getting slapped. Do you?
yeah, nah,
I don't see any other MMA veterans trying to slap each other. No, because because look, I got big hands. You get slapped with this, you in trouble. And they're gnarled up with muscles
yeah.
behind them. You're in trouble.
Your hands are literally still broken, damn near, right?
No, they're not broken. They just that's how they healed. Uh, but man, hey, keep doing what you're doing, Paul.
I appreciate it. Enjoy your night, man.
No
Hey.
problem. Look at that. Look that kind of do that. Dude, that finger's fucked up. ET phone home.
Oh man. All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right, peace. Up, well.